Good day, everyone. I am John Cesar Cristobal. And today, I'll be guiding through a foundational concept in linear algebra and its practical applications, the Gram-Schmidt process. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so what is the Gram-Schmidt process? The Gram-Schmidt process is a procedure of converting a set of linearly independent vectors into an orthogonal or orthonormal set of vectors that span the same subspace. This is particularly useful in numerical methods, quantum mechanics, and computer graphics. Why is it important? Actually, there are several reasons why the Gram-Schmidt process is valuable. First, it simplifies calculations, especially when dealing with projections or system of equations. Second, it plays a key role in QR decompositions, a method used to break down matrices into more manageable parts. And third, it's useful in data science and machine learning, particularly and in dimensionality reduction and orthonormalizing feature vectors. So how does it work? Let's walk through the process step by step using the sample set of vectors. We start with the linearly independent set and apply the Gram-Schmidt steps to create an orthogonal and then orthonormal set. Okay, so let's have this example. We have the V1 and V sub 2. Okay, so let U sub 1 be equals to V sub 1 absolute over the absolute value of V sub 1. And for K, let K be equals to 2 up to N. So where W sub K is equals to V sub K minus summation of J from 1 to K to 1. So projection of U sub J times V sub K. Where the projection of Ku sub J times V sub K is equals to V sub K times U sub J over U sub J times U sub J multiplied by U sub J. Then we normalize. So we have U sub K is equals to W sub K over the absolute value of W sub K. Okay, so we begin by letting our first vector say that V sub 1 be the same as our first input vector. Then next, we construct the second vector of V sub 2 by subtracting the projection of the second input vector into V sub 1. So then we continue this pattern by subtracting the projections onto all previous orthogonal vectors for each new vector. After we've formed our orthogonal vectors, we normalize each one to ensure their unit vectors resulting in the orthonormal set. And here we see the final result of our orthonormal basis. This set of vectors is not only easier to work with mathematically, but it also forms the foundation for numerous applications in science and engineering.